Të dashur miq, selam aleikum. Takohemi sot në datën 20 qershor të vitit 2021. Sot me mua kam një personazh shumë interesant që e ftoi në bisedë nga Jeruzalemi I Palestinës së pushtuar. Personi në fjalë është gazetar, është intelektual, mbi të gjitha është shqiptar dhe Arnaut. Quhet zoti Abdul Rauf Arnauti. Tani, kjo video që unë po bëj me zotin Arnaut është video e tretë, që po bëjmë incizimin, pasi flasim, ku dëgjon 2, 3, 5 minuta, një dorë e çuditshme futet dhe na pret videon. Shpresoj që kësaj herët mos ta mbyllet Skype-i dhe ju të dëgjoni deri në fund bisedën interesante që unë do bëj me zotin Arnaut. Tani, sigur ju e dini, ne në shqiptarët, në kohën e perandorisë osmane, si një nga elementët mbrojtës të islamit në botë dhe shtetformues të perandorisë osmane, patëm një rol shumë të rëndësishëm edhe në mbrojtjen e tokave të shenjta dhe në veçanti të xhamisë El Aksa. Dhe si pasojë, shqiptarët u shpërndan në të gjitha cepat e globit dhe në veçanti në zemrën e islamit. Familjet e Arnautëve ne I kemi nga Egjipti, Libia, deri në Siri, në Yemen dhe gjithashtu edhe në Palestinë. Në vitin 2018, kur unë vizitova Palestinën dhe edhe bëra një libër për apartheidin izraelit në Palestinë, kur isha në Jeruzalem, në Quds al-Sharif, në xhaminë e shenjtë, dhe u takova me Sheh Omar al-Kiswanin, më të thanë që këtu në Jeruzalem ka familja Arnautësh. U habita, doja të takoja persona sikur zoti Abdul Rauf Arnauti, por koha e shkurtër nuk na premtoi. Dhe ja, tani pas 2 vitesh, apo 3 vitesh, Allahu na ka bërë të mundur që të gjejmë zotin Abdul Rauf Arnautin dhe ta intervistojmë atë për shqiptarët e Palestinës. Mr. Abdul Rauf Arnaut, this is our third time that we are trying to record this video together. Some strange hand is entering and closing our Skype conversation. I hope that this time they will not close the Skype for us. Sir, I made you a small introduction in Albanian. I told to our Albanian viewers in the Balkans that in this video we are going to talk about the Arnauts of Palestine. And you are a very, very special guest in my show. And you are going to be viewed a lot in Kosovo, Albania, Macedonia, where our people are so curious to know more about you guys. Who are you, the Albanians of Palestine?
Thank you very much, for having me in your show. And it's a pleasure, to speak about the Albanians in Palestine and the way they are now. I want to begin with talking about something. Maybe I think it is interesting because many people don't know it, whether in Albania or in Palestine, which is the fact that the most important person who came from of Albanian origin in Palestine is Ahmad Helmi Abdelbaki. Ahmad Helmi Abdelbaki was born in Lebanon for a father who was from Tulkarem in the northern part of the West Bank. Now the origin of this person, who was an officer in the Ottoman army, was Albanian. And the most important thing about this guy is the positions that he took in Palestine, which we consider very, very important. Now, he began as in charge of the Islamic Waqf in Jerusalem in 1926. And in 1930, he participated in establishing the Arab Bank. Now, the Arab Bank is the most important bank considered in the Palestinian territories, and also in Jordan and in other Arab countries. But also, what is important is that in 1948, which is the date where Israel was established, he was the Prime Minister of Palestine. And this is a very important position for somebody in Palestine. Now, he stayed for some time, and in 1963 he passed away, and he's one of
What?
He's one of maybe 5 to 6 people who are buried in Al-Aqsa Mosque. That's if you visit.
He's inside the Waqf.
He's inside. His tomb is inside the mosque. Inside, there is a place in the mosque on the western wall of Al-Waqf of Al-Aqsa, and there is several people who are buried there. He's one of them. The others are the Mufti of Jerusalem, Hajj Amin Husseini, and the grandfather of the King of Jordan is buried there. Other than that, nobody is allowed to be buried inside. Inside.
The grandfather Hajj Amin Hajj Sharif. What was his name? The name of the grandfather of the King of Jordan? Sharif Hussein?
Sharif Hussein, I think.
Sharif Hussein, yeah. Sir, can you tell us something? What happened to Mr. Ahmed Helmi when Israel was created in 1948? What did he do?
He was the prime minister. Now, there were the war at that time, and everything has finished, at that time.
Did he fight with the Israeli occupying forces?
All the Arabs were, fighting against Israel at that time, but Israel managed, to take maybe 78% of the historical Palestine as a result of that war. And, the Palestinians were on the lands that we say now it is the 67 borders, which is, the lands that Israel didn't occupy in 48, and which the Palestinians aspire, to establish their state on it, About the Arnaut family itself, it's there is concentration for the family in East Jerusalem. There is part of the family in Akko also, and that's in the northern part. And there is a few people. I think they came originally from Egypt. Arnaut family, but the biggest one is the ones that is in East Jerusalem, which I belong to it. We are around maybe between around 150 people. The uncle of my father was the Imam of Al-Aqsa for some time, and the other the nephew of my.
What was his name?
Mahmoud Arnaut.
Sorry?
Mahmoud Arnaut.
So he was the Imam of Quds al-Sharif.
Yeah.
All right.
And
okay.
And his son was the muaddin, not the main muaddin, but assistant muaddin, in Al-Aqsa.
All right.
So
can I have again the name of the uncle of your father, please?
Mahmoud
Arnaut.
Arnaut.
Okay, great. Sir, I don't know, something is happening. Your voice is coming and going off. Is there something interfering in your computer or no? And you had the light which has gone off. Okay, it's okay.
No,
Continue.
it shows that
Now it's
it's
perfect.
working.
We can hear you well now. Yeah. Tell us something more about the Arnauts of Jerusalem. Do they all keep the surname Arnauti, or they have
Yeah.
even other surnames?
No, we have the name of Arnaut, and people know, when you say Arnaut, people in Palestine know that this is not originally a Palestinian family, that it is coming from somewhere. Now, some people think that we are Turkish, others they think that we are, who knows about the history, they say you are Albanian. Uh, I was doing a lot of research about the family in Palestine. Now, the main thing is that, for instance, my family and the uncles of my father, they all came from Jaffa. We came from Jaffa in 1948. We are refugees. We have refugee card as refugees from Jaffa in 48. The family began living in East Jerusalem since 1948. After moving from Jaffa as a result of the war. Now, the thinking is that that Arnaut came to Jaffa and Palestine during the period of Ibrahim Pasha, who's the son of Muhammad Ali, who ruled Egypt and other Arab countries, including Palestine, in the period until 1840. Now, Palestine was under the rule of Muhammad Ali and his son in the period like 1832 to 1840. And when we ask about the origin of this name, that's Arnaut, they say Arnaut is the army of Muhammad Ali and his son Ibrahim Pasha. They were all called Arnaut because they came from Albania, and they say this. So some of the family of of this army had stayed in the countries, including Egypt, Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and the others maybe they decided to return back to Albania. Uh, we tried many times, to like find the roots of uh, of of the family in Albania. It is very difficult. Once we were, as Palestinian journalists, we were meeting with the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He was the prime minister at that time, and everybody was introducing his name, saying his name, where he worked for. And when I said my name, he said, Arnaut, where are you staying? And I said, we stay in Jerusalem, in Palestine. And he asked me, do you know how your family came to Palestine? I said, we came with Muhammad Ali, with the Arab, that's the army of Muhammad Ali and his son. And he said, no, your family came, originally it was from Albania to Turkey and from Turkey to Palestine. And this is the way your family had moved, in this, to Palestine. So it is still, you know, it's still very difficult, you know, to know exactly how it was, how the how the family had come. Is there like a family in Albania or not? We don't know. I tried, so they said that maybe it would be